Welcome everyone back to my channel. What a gorgeous day here in Nova Scotia on the Homestead. I believe we have about 16, it's going up to 18 degrees today, but the downpour, I have to tell you, the downpour yesterday was a downpour like I haven't seen for years and years and years. So, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell so when there's new videos posted, you get a notification. As you can tell by the title, today's video, and I mentioned in the last video that I was going to show you all about the Skeeter Vac and how it worked. It's been running for a month on the Homestead. It's been a month since I've been here, and I brought back refills, the bait for inside the unit and the sticky trap. Let's go check out the Skeeter Vac. And I have to say, one of the most, clearly for you folks, one of the most significant traps that worked amazing, which truly is the most amazing one, is the sticky tack, the tack trap they call it. It is absolutely filled with black flies. Now looking closely at it, it's pretty much all black flies, and it is black fly season, so I am thrilled. And not just that, when it rains, as you know, it brings out all of the bugs. Now right here next to me, I can see just a handful, because this does attract the bugs. But working yesterday afternoon for a few hours splitting wood, there was only a handful of bugs next to the RV. This is gold. You need this Skeeter Vac. Now come and have a look at the tack trap. I have a refill right here. It comes 2 in a pack. They're $35 for 2 tack traps. And also the one that goes in the top of the machine right here, the refill is also $35 plus tax. But this is worth its weight in gold. Come check it out. And if you look at how many around the whole Skeeter Vac, it is amazing. Let's check out what's in the trap in the small compartment. Well, it kind of looks like even the ants like it. Do you guys see that ant? That's a first. Looks like the ants like it as well. Win-win. So we do have some live ones in here, guys, and I want to let you know, this came with a small little shield, so when you open the trap here, you can keep them inside, but I'm not going to worry about that today because more than likely they're going to go back in. But check out how many there are. Guys, the mosquitoes. That was a lot of live mosquitoes, but over time as they're in there, and now I let a few out. I think I let about a dozen out, but I'll put that clip on slow motion just in case you kind of miss it. So what I'm going to do right now, seeing I just let out about 50 mosquitoes, they are around here a little bit, so I'm going to take it next to the RV. I'll see you next to the RV. All right, what do you guys think of that? Let me know in the comment section down below if you've had these or if you've tried any other traps. I'd love to know. So leave a comment letting me know which one you tried and absolutely works for you. So about 4 weeks ago, when I was here on the property last, I had set up this tank. Now by the feels of this tank at this point, I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, it's close to empty or at most a quarter left in this tank. Regardless, I'm going to put a full tank. I'm going to take this one and get it filled up, put a full tank back on right over next to that tree where I had it. So with the Skeeter Vac, we've got 3 different attractions for the bugs. We've got the sticky, what do we call it here? Tack trap, which works amazing. In the top right here, we have a little spider, but it looks like he got some of the bait that's in there and he's not moving around too well. So that is a fine-tuned Skeeter Vac trap. It's called the Fine Tune. As you can see on my little table there, I've got a refill for that. And the propane. There's a drawer in the side that captures them, and also a constant rotating light which draws them to the Skeeter Vac as well. First, what I'm going to show you, I'm going to take off the sticky trap and show you so you can see firsthand how many black flies actually are on this sticky trap. Now right here, like I'd mentioned, there's a pack of 2. So I'm going to replace it with a new one. Ooh, I think I just saw a hornet of some kind come around that likes a sticky trap. The bugs love it. And as I mentioned, these are $34.99 plus tax each. So as you can see right here, the sticky trap, guys, take my word for it, put this thing on last. Make sure your propane is all connected. Make sure you got your bait up here and everything is situated where you're going to put it. And when you're ready to walk away from it, then you put this on, the very last. If you can see right here, there's a thin layer. Once this is attached around your tank, this then peels off and set it and forget it. No more mosquitoes. I gotta say, the only thing that I wish is when I pull out the drawer in the Skeeter Vac, I just wish they would be already dead, because they do get set free. But I think no matter what time you change this, you're gonna set some free. But I did let a dozen out, so it shouldn't be a ton in here at this point that are alive. Here we go. No, only about another 7 or 8. So let's check out how many we have. So you might need, I just scraped them off, guys, but you may want a little brush or something to clean it. But for the most part, it's pretty much free of the bugs at this point. So I'm going to put this back in and take this lesson from me. I've tried to force this in. You got to force it in, it's not going in properly. So just fidget around with it. There you go. So the next thing I'm going to change out, remember, save your sticky tack for last. The next thing I'm going to change out is my fine-tuned Skeeter Vac mosquito lure. At the very top of the machine, that's where this goes. Now, when I look at the other one that's in there already, realistically, it doesn't look like it's totally empty, so I won't throw it out. I'll just pretty much keep it for a backup. So now I'm just going to take off the little piece of tin foil that's on the top of this. Just gonna wow, that is strong. I don't recall smelling it that strong last time. But if I were to compare the two guys, it still is pretty strong. So as I said, there goes a new one. The old one, 100%. I am totally keeping that. So what I'm going to do is have a new one on the Skeeter Vac right here. And I'm going to leave the old one sitting on the very top. I'm not going to throw it out. I was thinking I was going to take it inside, wrap it and save it, but double bait, can't have too much of that. All right, there we go. So I've got my new tank right here, but like I said, before I head back home, I'm definitely getting this refilled. I'm putting the big tank back on because this lasted a solid month, guys. 1 month this big tank lasted. So time to get everything stakes for the ground so it doesn't blow over. Let's get it out to our tree. Gotta like my Skeeter Vac. The lake looks pretty calm today, but the wind that was here yesterday and the rain, if this wasn't tied to this tree, it would have been useless. So then I'm going to connect the propane hose, just like so. Whoa. Another thing I'd like to mention, when you open this tank here, don't just open it halfway. Open it completely all the way open, but make sure you do it slowly. Make sure it's on good and snug, and slowly open it. Guys, another thing I want to show you, there's an engine gauge on this. If you look at the gauge, it needs to be in the green. It's another way to tell also if your propane is getting low, because if it's in the white, your engine gauge is not on, therefore your propane isn't doing what you want it to do. So it just needs to be in the green, not all the way over. It just has to be in the green. And right now it's in the white. So when it's all the way in the green, you're gold. But it's not in the green just yet because you need to light the burner. So let me show you that. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with RVs and lighting a propane stove, or even a, what do you call that? A Coleman stove? But it's basically the same thing. Let me show you. On the top it says to hold this button for about 10 seconds. So I'm going to hold it. And the igniter is right over here to my left. And you just heard that pop, so that tells me that it is lit at this point. You want to hold this valve, the first one that you pressed, for about 30 seconds and make sure that propane is going to start your Skeeter Vac. 30 seconds, should be gold. And I can see already it's in the green. It's starting to make its way to the green. And we are in the green and out of the white, which tells me that she's functioning. So the next thing I'm going to do while I'm waiting for this to max out my green light here, it's slowly climbing, is get my stakes set up in the ground. They go in pretty easy. The ground is pretty soft right here. And then I am going to strap the propane tank to the tree. So now for my sticky tack, there we go, push it down. Make sure you don't have one of these tabs in front of your drawer because you're going to knock it off when you go to open it after. There you have it, strapped to the tree. There you go, guys. God love this machine. You need one of these. If you have any kind of issue and you live in the country, you need one of these. All right, so while you're here, I'm going to take you down to the lakefront. Follow me. Whoa. Guys, another thing I'd like to mention. Here in about 30 days, the property is getting cleared. Like I showed you in one of the previous videos, I think it was 3 videos ago. This trailway right here is getting dug up. There's gravel, going to be a nice gravel walkway down to the lake, so no more of almost tripping in the branches or the rocks. Fiddleheads. Think I heard someone say that you can actually eat those? Not 100% sure. I think you can. What a day out here. What I'm excited for is when the majority of the work is actually done, just to come out and enjoy the lake, go for a swim, go for a kayak like you've seen me do. I'll post a link right here of kayaking around the lake back in the day when I first came on the property, and fingers were crossed and was hoping this was going to happen, and here we are. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave you here at the lake. Thanks for joining me today. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified of upcoming videos. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.